It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. He goes 105 yards on the kick return. And the Bears are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Play action. It's Jackson. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
No, we changed it.
Again, Jackson will keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Taking it about the 16. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Well, they run the option on second down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Throwing on third down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
On first down, it's Fields. And his throw here is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Fields. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Santos now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time.
just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Edwards is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
At the 2-yard line.
Jackson now. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Fields going to keep it once more. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. To throw is Fields. Finds Kmet on the quick slant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Fields again. That is caught. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Meanwhile, Fields' throw there hauled in by Claypool. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Ravens take over first down here at their own 15-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On second down, it's Edwards. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Off the option, here's Montgomery.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
But they run the option here on 1st and 10. Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. 30, 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Tucker now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On first down, Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down, Fields. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. And that is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Fields. Oh, it pulls over him. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Fields going to take this himself. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. Finding room at midfield. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now Jackson on first down. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw again is Jackson. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And from the end zone, here comes Herbert. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Touchdown, Chicago! One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson.
A slant route caught by Bateman.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Jackson to Bateman there, first down Ravens.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. A quick throw, but incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Now Fields. He's got Mooney, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards for number 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. Fields. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Fields now to throw. There's Mooney with another catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And across midfield, he goes into even territory.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Read option. Here's Montgomery.
Oh, he's got saving room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens 9. 99 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes you'll break off the big run on zone, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Fields going to hold on to it.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now 4th down. What do you do?
And after being stuffed on that play, it puts a little doubt in the minds of a head coach who has the football, I'm sure. Do we go for it here? Do we take the 3-point?
Touchdown, Bears! As the fan takes it back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy, but the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So it's the Bears who come away with a victory. And that's thanks largely to the play of their quarterback, Justin Fields, CD.
Yeah, and he did it with both his arm and his legs. You talk about a dual threat. How about this headline? 2 touchdowns passing, 2 more rushing. They just couldn't find a way to slow him down.